Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Um, Sorry, we're running a bit late because we were busy watching Joey's excellent interview. So, um, Joey,
Yeah, it was a
just
good show.
by all means, stick the link to that show in the chat for anybody that missed it. That was a good interview. So, well done. So, hello, Captain here, and I've got Carla tonight. So, Carla, just nobody knows who you are. So, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Carla from Chicago. I have a channel called Carla Having Fun. And I just love cooking. I love showing videos of my family and things like that, stuff I like to do. I'm a stay-at-home mom. And that's basically it.
Okay. That's cool. So we're just going to do the usual. We'll just say hello to everybody, and we'll. Sorry, I'm a wee bit disorganized because I was watching Joey doing his. So that's how. So
It's fine.
hello, Angie.
Hey,
Hello, Ali.
Angie. Hey, Allie.
Um, I don't know about that, Ali. That's yeah. We'll need to talk about that some other time. Let me see where are we? JV's here. One of JV's
TV.
many channels.
Yeah,
Hello,
right.
Seth.
Hey, Seth.
I Miss Piggy.
Hey, Miss Piggy.
Blake's here. Well, Blake's going to turn up. He's going to put a comment in, and then he's going to go away, and that way he can pretend he actually watched. You know.
Right.
Joey's here. Good job, Joey. Great interview.
Great. Good job, Joy, but great. I'm glad he's here.
Let's see. Mr. Mustang. AMG Mustang, not Mr. Mustang. Sorry,
Hey,
I'm really.
Mustang.
So right, so you know the routine. So I'm going to ask you questions. Some of them are serious, some of them are stupid. Answer what you want to answer. Don't answer something you don't want to answer. You can be as truthful as
Okay.
you want. You can lie as much as you want. Nobody really cares. Nobody's really watching. So just
No, it's really
just
you're
have
funny.
a bit of fun. So there's always ones we do every time. So the first one then is, what's your favorite YouTube channel?
Damn. I got a couple of them.
Hello, Daniel.
Well, we mainly watch that I watch the most is Patty Mayo and Fox Recovery.
Okay, no idea what that is or what they are.
It's what they are. What they are is like the actors of police work. They go around like busting people and stuff like that to like um crime and stuff like that. Put them to jail and everything else. It's just that's what it is.
Okay, don't aren't the
Yeah.
police supposed to do that?
Well, they just do it on YouTube. I don't know. They're funny fucking people. They crack me up.
Okay. Well, I suppose I mean, is it filmed in Chicago? Because there's no police left in Chicago, is there? So that's probably
No,
why it
not really.
happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, these things happen. So let's see. Hello, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Let's see. Okay. Sorry, and I'm just trying to mark. So if anybody has any questions, just stick
Okay.
them in the chat. I'll mark them and we'll ask at the end. You know, Joey's going to ask you
All
loads
right.
of really inappropriate ones. So
I know.
that you wouldn't. Okay. So, and on that note, so
I'm sure he is.
Joey wanted me to ask you a couple. I filtered some of them out. Okay, so this is one that someone's want to know about. So, what was the most memorable thing about your Cleveland trip? And was there one thing you would have changed about it?
Really nothing. It was just getting away from this house, getting away from everybody, and spending time with them. It was like I felt free. I didn't have no one to tell me what to do, when to do, and how to do it. I just felt free. I won't change nothing about that.
Right. Okay. Um. Right. So free. How do you mean free?
No kids, no husband, nothing. I felt like I could be me. Well, I'm always me, but meaning, just I don't have no responsibilities except for me, myself, and I.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
right? But could you not find some way of doing that more at home though? Because you should
Not
feel like
really.
that more than just getting away once a year or for 2 or 3 days.
The only place I go to, like on Saturdays, like that's why I go every Saturday now, is to my parents' house. But sometimes going there is stressful. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
But
But I do it because they're my parents.
yeah, no, I understand that family's important. But I mean, could you not find some way
Yeah.
of getting your head short, even if it's a few
YouTube
hours?
lives.
Yeah,
YouTube lives. That's about it.
but you're still in the house and you still get that. And I'm
Hmm.
not judging or anything,
No,
but just I mean, it could be as simple as going and joining some sort of club or going to the gym or doing yoga or
but see,
you know.
that's the problem. I have no way of getting there and getting back.
All right,
That's the thing. Yep, because he has the car, he's at work, and I just have no way of getting there and getting back. So my outlet
okay.
is just like YouTube and lives and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you and Nikki could always start a yoga club out in the back garden. No,
Man, I would
yoga.
not do yoga.
Why not?
If I'm gonna exercise, I'm going to a gym and use
Yoga's
weights.
fun.
That's you.
Never even
Not-
tried it. So why deny it? Try something you've never tried before.
Yeah, well, it's right. Do something you haven't. Do something different. Do something you haven't
Yeah.
tried, like making a salad with bacon bits. Something different. You know, um,
Crazy.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
important. It's important. But I understand
Yeah.
YouTube is a get out for a lot of people. I understand that, but it's sometimes. I mean, we've all ironically just going into the office at times is a break for the house. Um, so I understand
Yeah.
that. Okay, right. Well, question 3: what's been the best experience of your life?
My kids.
Okay,
Seeing my kids be born and stuff like that, that's my best experience.
right. So tell everybody about
Is
your
my
kids.
kids.
How
I
many you
have
have?
a
What age they are? What
14-year-old.
they're called?
What they're called? They're called boys.
Oh, well, they've got names. Tell the world about your kids.
They're called damn. 2 boys, one's 14, his name is Joseph, and I got a youngest one, Jax. He's 6.
Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
And yeah, they're just the best point in my life.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, see, as somebody that isn't a breeder, right? I me and kids just don't get on. So we'll presume because nearly every parent says it was it was either them getting married or it was the birth of their children. So we'll take the kids as granted. Outside of the kids, then what would be the best?
Damn. Honestly, I really can't think of anything. Honestly, I really can't. Next, stop. I see. Good job.
Hi, Mommy.
Okay, go show your daddy.
Okay.
Um,
Hey,
I can't really answer the question.
there has to be something because I'm really trying not to say that's pathetic. I'm really, really trying not to say it. You have to have done something outside having kids that you thought, yes, I really enjoyed that. I mean, was it? I mean, because I know you haven't been to a lot of concerts, but was it Rob Zombie? I think
Well,
you went
yeah.
to.
Honestly, you're right about that. When going to my first concert, that was another best experience of my life. That was fun. I went to go see Rob Zombie. Power Man 5000. What was the other one?
Rob Zombie, Power Man 5000, Mudvayne.
Mudvayne. Wasn't there like 4 of them?
And I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, there's like
Got a
4
brain
bands,
fart.
but 3 of them we only can remember. But yeah, that was fun though. That was fun.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Well, seeing as you really enjoyed it,
Yes.
would you not go to more concerts? I know.
Yeah, I
It has to
would
be the
go.
right band comes close to you. It has to be something that you know somebody will go to them with, or go with them as well as you. So I
Yeah.
get that, but seeing as you really enjoyed that, because I mean, I'd imagine you'd get more bands visit, you know, Illinois than I get visiting Northern Ireland, you know. So
Yeah.
because it's a much bigger market, so maybe that's something you need to be thinking about then. Because if you really enjoyed it and it was, you know, so
Well, I'm waiting for some like other good bands. I'm waiting for like some other good bands to come around because I would say, when did we go last year?
2 years.
2 years ago. They really haven't had anything come here that's actually pretty decent
That you like.
that I like.
Yeah, see, I think sometimes because we were talking to Angie one night, and she hasn't been to many gigs, and we were saying it doesn't even need to be a big band. I mean, there's tribute acts play all over the place. You know, I guarantee
Yeah.
there's the likes of AC/DC tribute acts, and there's you know, and just local bands playing in bars, and you know that's a good night out. You know, get a half decent.
I
House
would
band,
love to
you know?
go out to a bar. I'd love to. I think I might be going one with Nikki and her husband in March.
Right.
March, right? You guys are going
Where?
to that nightclub? All right, I'll ask her. But I think that's what it was. That I really want to go. You get to see
Yeah.
other
No, because
things?
it's
Or try them.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
go out.
I'm
More.
sorry.
I only really leave the house for either for work reasons if I'm out with suppliers or out with colleagues and that, or I'm out for a gig. So yeah, it's a great way to get out and get a couple of hours. But it doesn't need to be Metallica. It doesn't need to be Rob Zombie. It doesn't need to be one of the big bands. You can easily
Bed.
guarantee you just get a slightly lesser band. Get cover bands, tribute acts, that sort of thing. It's a great way to get out of the house. It really is.
There was a place I went to. Tom used to work at, my brother-in-law Tom. It was a pizza joint. And this was like, you know how they have those bands that sit there and sing like all types of music and everything?
Yeah.
This band was really good. I don't remember the name of them, but they sang like old school songs like from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s and stuff. And it was
Yeah.
really interesting. Lex, I am busy. Your dad's right there.
Just handle that, though.
It should be on the bed,
It's
but
not on the bed.
I don't know.
Come on, Jack.
Jesus.
Go here.
Alex.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex.
No, so yeah, but it's a great thing to do. I mean, could the band have been called the Stone Aces? Because I heard the Stone Aces were a really good cover band.
I
think
really
they toured
don't
all over the place.
remember. They were like young kids or something. Is what they were. But they were pretty good,
Right,
really good
okay.
at the music and stuff.
Yeah.
They were really good at the music.
Okay. Right. Moving on to a question. Always worry of asking this one, but sure, fuck it. I say, who cares? If you could kill one person without any consequences, who would it be?
Oh God. Hey, it's Wendell. Answer it.
Oh, sorry. Joey says, tell Carla to keep her fucking house in order already. So,
I'm trying. I can kill one person. I don't know. I'm
Goddamn.
too scared to kill anybody.
yeah,
I don't want to end up in jail.
yeah, but that's the whole point. There's no consequence, no jail.
Hypothetically.
You're not going to get sued. You're not going to go. It's a freebie. Any person in the world.
Does it have to be a person? Can I say like
You
a
want to kill a
group?
dog?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like these people that like hurt kids.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a person. You'd have to narrow it down to one person.
I can't really think if I can kill somebody. Because really nobody I don't hate.
You're not trying hard enough.
I know I'm not trying hard enough. Okay.
Okay.
This is kind of getting sad. Sorry. But if I did have a choice, it would be my older brother that's dead to us. Not my brother Jerry, my older brother.
Okay.
And the reason is for it because he has screwed our family over many times and he has used my mom, stole from us. Yeah. That's who I would actually kill. And it's kind of sad, yes.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody actually say their own family member, but in my book, he's dead to me.
Yeah, no,
so that's kind of harsh.
Yeah, there's been a couple said they would kill family members, which is sad but understandable. I mean, I had an uncle that did stuff like that to my mom and dad, you know.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about an awful lot of it until my dad was dead and he was dead. But yeah, he was just a piece of shit, you know. So I get you. It's tough. So, but do you not think there's a possibility of reconciliation?
Nope. Because I mean, he has just like ruined everybody. All he cares about is himself. Like he's a real bad narcissistic person.
But what did he change?
Like we've helped him out. He used to live in Wisconsin. We even helped him move him out of his house because he lost his house. Helped him come out here. He lived with my stepdad and lived with him, stole from him. And he even lived with my aunt, screwed my aunt over. And it's just, that's all he cares about. And since he lives right by my aunt's house. So since he lives over there, he just doesn't want nothing to do with nobody unless they got something for him. That's the only way.
But what if he changes?
No. He's done too much damage.
What if he finds Jesus?
I don't know if Jesus would do anything with him.
Yeah, I mean, you Americans all tend to believe in Jesus and the Lord Almighty and stuff, so surely forgiveness is an important part of that.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't think I can. I really don't.
That means you're going to go to hell. You can't forgive.
I don't know. I kind of really don't believe in kind of that.
What was it? How many times are you supposed to, turn the other cheek? Not 7 times, but 7 times. 7 times. You know?
We've done that so many times. Like we've sat there and forgiven him so many times too.
Okay. I'm not judging.
No, you're just asking questions.
Yeah, because look, I'll be honest. I am somebody that tries desperately not to use the term "never" anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a few things over the last lot of years that I swore I would never do. This shit, for one, being on fucking YouTube in front of a camera. No, genuinely. So you used to see me in JV's chat, and I was I'll never join the panel, and
yeah.
So like say.
And look who you are.
Yeah, so you try not to say never. I try not to say never very often. So
yeah. But I mean, if the only way that I can kind of maybe be respectful, I wouldn't go out, hang out with him or anything, is if my mom accepted him. That's like the only way.
Because everybody can change. You know, well, not everybody will, but everybody can.
If they want to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's easy. You know what I mean? Because people just could be assholes at times, you know.
Yes.
See, if you're a God-fearer, you're supposed to turn the cheek every time. It also says an eye for an eye. Well, yeah, that's the contradiction of almost every religion, you know. So, who knows? Okay, and hello, Superior Dave. I don't know that name, so welcome. Okay, question 5. Why don't you like the NFL, but you love the NBA and the NHL? What's wrong with stupid, boring American football?
For one, you just said it. It's boring. You already answered the
Yeah,
question. It's boring.
Yes, but I'm British. I think all the American sports are boring. So, but
Yeah, you do. But it's I don't understand the concept of it. Like, I've had Joel explain it to me. I've had Dave explain it to me. Nikki's getting there, but the only thing I like about it is the excitement of the people. Like Super Bowl, I like sitting and watching. I like sitting there and watch when these two get together and they argue about different teams or argue about the team, or that's the excitement I get out of it. That's the only thing I like about football. I can't sit there and watch it because, for one, I don't know what's going on. The only thing I know what a touchdown is, and two, all I see is a bunch of guys running back and forth. I don't know where the ball is because I can't see the ball to know where
yeah,
it's going.
yeah,
It's I've never gotten into it. I mean, I've tried sitting here watching it. I just can't get into it.
problematic.
I just can't.
It's two stop start. I was talking to Joey the other day about the sports, and so Joey's old school, proper, American, big
Proper.
price, loves his football, and which is great. No, that's what it is. But he was saying that a lot of young kids aren't really falling in love with the American football the way that he did and his generation did. And I said that for me, it's because it's too stop start, it's too slow, it's too drawn out, and people don't have the attention span for it anymore. You ask kids to sit down for 3 hours, sometimes longer. The time it
Yeah.
stops, it starts, it stops, it starts. It's
Yeah.
you know,
Not like with basketball. I grew up watching basketball. That's why I love it. I grew up watching it. I hated playing it, but I loved watching it. Same with hockey.
right.
We used to play floor hockey in school. I loved it. That was an aggression thing I loved doing. If I was pissed off, I had floor hockey. If I was pissed off, I had the weight room. That's what it was for me. But I grew up watching hockey and I grew up watching uh basketball. But like even baseball, I grew up watching because my mom's a Cubs fan, but I still can't sit there and watch baseball. It's just too slow and too boring for me. You got to be on fast movement.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I kind of
See,
like those two sports and hate the other ones.
it's weird. Sorry, sorry, Superior Dave. I do recognize you now because I've been on your channel playing Quiplash with you and Mick and that. Not on the channel, but so apologies, didn't recognize the name. Hello, Vanessa. And Dean, I hope
Hey,
you're
Vanessa.
wrong because my team Liverpool play in a cup final on Sunday, and I really hope it's not fixed, unless it's fixed for us. But it's anyway. Sorry. So basketball, you were saying you watched it and you loved it. So
Yeah. That's why I said that's
but,
why I watch it, because it's a fast
but
moving thing.
but it's quick, and it's I don't get basketball, because I always wonder sometimes the likes of you that think that American football's too slow. Proper football would be something, but I don't think Chicago has an MLS team or a franchise. Soccer you call it. So I don't think there's a
Yeah.
franchise in your area, is there?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Because like I really don't follow like the franchises. I don't really
But
follow that.
because you're very regional. You support anything sort of Chicago based, really, don't you?
I only support the Bulls and Blackhawks. Joel supports the freaking Bears, and Bears can't do nothing, and the Cubs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a bit.
The
So
only thing
go ahead.
the only thing I know, which is weird, we have two baseball teams. We have the Sox, we have the White Sox, and we have the Cubs.
Okay.
I don't understand why we got two, but one's north side and one is south side. And it's weird. And the White Sox owns the Bulls team.
Right.
Fuck the White Sox.
He's asking about the sports that I like and stuff like that.
You're Cubs fan for life. And our
Joel, is there a soccer franchise in
No.
Chicago?
Is there a soccer franchise in Chicago?
Chicago Fire.
Okay.
The
And
Chicago Fire.
So just say the two of you watch like nearly every Chicago sport. Did you ever try the soccer?
I've watched it with my older son because he loves soccer.
Right.
He loves not Messier, but what's that other dude?
Oh,
Ronaldo.
go look at his shirt. Look at his
Let me go
hamper.
look at his shirt.
There it is.
Yeah.
If it's not Messi, it'll be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Probably.
Ronaldo.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
him.
He's got
Ronaldo.
like
Yeah.
3 or 4 of his jerseys. Like 3 or 4
Right,
of his jerseys.
okay. Yeah.
Right.
He loves playing
So,
soccer.
Right, because it's just like I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I know a lot of the kids because I know over there it's the most played sport in America up until a certain level, you know, because so many kids play it, you know, and girls and boys play it, and then they play it up to high school
Yeah.
level. It's only when it goes to college that it drops off of basketball and you know the American football takes over. So, but
That
it's
makes sense. He
yeah,
asked me why don't I like NFL football.
She just don't like it. She thinks it's boring.
It is. I told him it was boring.
well, she's right.
I don't
She's right.
understand.
Obviously.
He agrees.
And that's not something I say very often, but yes, Carla's right. You know, it's boring.
A lot of people mostly watch it just to place bets.
No, baseball is boring.
Well, there is that. You know, so
Yeah.
okay.
But like I said, I
Um,
like watching like these two over here argue during the game and stuff like that. That's my excitement. I laugh at them.
Yeah. Yeah, because watching sports very, very stressful. I hate, you know, Liverpool have a cup final, and my team Liverpool is playing on a cup final on Sunday against Chelsea, and I'll probably just come up and switch it on, and then walk into the other room. I'll probably just you know, I'll only go back if it's going well. So it's weird. So
Now the
okay.
weird thing is, you know how you say the sports is stressful to watch? When I watch the Bulls game and I sit here and I just sit here and like yell at the screen. Nikki one time said, and she goes, Carla, calm down. You can have yourself a heart attack. That's not, to me, that's not stressful. That's like
Your
happy
friends
stress.
outside,
Who?
the beautiful white stuff.
Oh God. It'll be gone.
50 degrees and it's fucking almost 60 degrees during the day. Now it's snowing. Does that make sense?
No, I'll be gone. Ew, it is white out there. Ew.
50 degrees during the day. Nighttime, it's freaking snowing.
Okay.
You get a
Well,
cigarette here,
we
Ian.
might be getting snowed. It's in the 30s here, which is freezing. So okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
warmer here. Well, not now.
So
Anymore.
but it gets you. I mean, look, I think that's part of the reason so many people love sports because it is a release. It is when it's over, when the game's over, you've shouted at the TV, you've had a drink, you've bitched about everything, and it is. So, but it is. It's what we do. It's you know but the actual act of watching it, you know, is stressful. You know.
Yeah. Then you
but,
get so
you know,
pissed off because your team lost.
Yes, and then you know, and the thought for me to get into work on a Monday morning after Liverpool lose, and you know, having people take the piss and stuff, and you know.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But yeah, so okay. Question 6: what is your biggest insecurity?
Insecurity is, which you guys might think is nuts, is my face. That's my big insecurity.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I have pimples on my face that I cannot get rid of.
Right.
And the only thing that what I use that helps is Proactive, and that just maintains it. If I stopped using the Proactive, my face would look like a pizza face. Like I'm 15 years old.
Right,
That's my
okay.
insecurity. And also my eyes. They're my insecurity too.
Okay. But it's I understand because I understand all too well, but it's weird being insecure about stuff that you like a physical thing that you can't do anything about, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I understand that. Well, I'm gonna So, but how severe is that insecurity? It doesn't, that's not part of the reason you don't go out or anything. I know, because
I
your eyesight's not great. You sort of need to, somebody to be with you, but it doesn't keep you in the house or anything.
no, according to Illinois, I'm legally blind because I'm colorblind, and the thing is that I'm insecure because sometimes there's things I can't do that you guys can do better. Like I have a big ass computer. I have the print as big as I can get it. I can get it bigger, but everything won't fit right on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like when when I go back and watch my videos and I see you see my head like this because I'm looking at chat. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
It's like it makes me feel like why can't I be normal like everybody else? I could be able to look at the screen and read without looking so close to it. So that makes me more insecure of myself. And I end up putting myself down because of that. And it's frustrating. It's just like I would love to have a normal life like everybody else. And I just feel like I can't have that. So that's what makes me my eyes, I get more insecure with that than more of my face. I mean, I really just don't give a shit about my face anymore.
Yeah. Look, I know the eyes thing. It's I mean, I know that has to be tough for them. If you're worried about it, but then you probably know. So I know we joke about put the sponsorship at the top of your head and stuff.
Yeah, I don't care. I love it.
Yeah, because it is. It's because I said. I mean, you come on to the panels and and you get dogs abuse the whole time you're there, and it's so because you just laugh it all off, and it's great, because you don't get butthurt over anything.
No, I think it's funny when you guys come up here and like you guys are not doing it to be mean. You guys are doing it just for humorous. Is what you guys are doing it for. I don't take. It's not like I come up here with okay, I'm gonna laugh everything off, and then I'm gonna get off the line and go cry about. No.
Yeah.
I sit here and get offline. I'm still laughing about the shit you guys say because it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's like I sit and look at myself. I'm like, yeah, they're right. But it's funny. I don't take it the wrong way.
So
I don't.
So because you're so good like that, because I'll be honest, I probably couldn't do it. I couldn't take it the way. I mean, I dish it out, loads, but I couldn't sit and be the butt of it, with 8 or 9 other people just mocking me, So, but you're so good at doing that, So I'm just saying, maybe try to relax a wee bit on being self-conscious about the reading and the head down and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because nobody's taking the piss. We lovingly joke about the sponsorship, but nobody's really being mean about that sort of shit.
No.
So
it's just my own insecurity of me seeing myself like that. It's like I'm jealous of like everybody else. Like, here's the thing: I have a car that I own that my name's on it. I can't drive the fucking thing.
Yeah,
that's the sad part about it. I can't drive the goddamn thing, and that's what kills me. It's like everybody has that privilege to have a license to get in the car and go and drive whenever they want. I don't have to wait on people to take me somewhere. I don't have to pay for people to take me somewhere like an Uber or Lyft. That's what my frustration is. And I hate, sometimes I say I just hate it. I really do. It's like I want to be more independent with myself.
Right.
And it's like I can't because I have to rely on this person or I have to rely on transportation. I don't feel independent that way. And that's just, I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's not weird, but that's just how I am.
But it's a fact. You know what I mean? It's there's nothing you can do about it, So
no. I mean,
Alex.
they've been looking. Good night, Alex. They've been looking for like surgeries and stuff like that because my eyesight's very, very freaking rare. And they said it's hereditary, but I cannot figure out where it came from, what side of the family it came from. Nobody knows. And
that's genetics. Genetics is a crap. I mean, it could have been somebody 4 generations ago.
Yes. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah, it happens. Hello, Sparta. Sorry, I've just hided this one twice because JV says no jokes allowed, and he also says that he never makes jokes.
Forget you, JV.
So, yeah, you have to remember JV's the second best troll on YouTube. So
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, there you go, Jay. We spot on. Genetics wins every time, and I say, it's a crapshoot. So nobody knows what
It
they're
is,
getting.
and I thank God my kids don't have this.
Yeah, so okay then. So a wee bit more lighthearted this one. So question
Give me 1
7.
second. Joel didn't put this milk. Hold on. Joel didn't put this milk
that's
away.
okay. Yeah, no problem.
Watch out, Black Rock.
Yeah, JV. Nobody's banned that one from you. That you're always serious and you're never taking the piss. So right. So question 7: are aliens real? And if so, have they visited us?
Oh my God. I was waiting for this question. Every time you ask somebody this question, I sat here and I thought about what would I really sit here and say? For me, I don't think aliens are real. Sorry for those who think they are, but I don't. Because of all the evidence that people have came up with, the pictures that they've taken, and what bugs me is we have the good technology. I'm not saying the best. This has got the best technology, but we have all this technology in pictures. And when you take a picture of it, the damn thing's blurry. You can't, all you see is like a light or some weird shape looking shadow. I do not think they are real. I mean, I do believe that there is something else out there, but I can't say they're aliens. I don't know why. I just can't wrap my head around an alien. For me.
Well, okay, but so 2 things. So I agree. The thing about the pictures, the better technology became, the better cameras got. Because I mean, you can now pick your phone up and take a better picture than you could with a good camera 20 years ago. But all of a sudden, all the photos have disappeared. Because
exactly,
because people can record everything and it'll but so yeah,
and they're making
I
pixels
agree
better on the phone.
Yeah.
They're making zoom better on the phone. Like my phone can sit here and zoom in like way down the street. I'm a blind person able to see clearly what the hell is fucking 200 feet away from me. I'm like, come on. So I know I don't think that there's aliens.
Yeah. But you said you think there's something out there, but you don't think they're aliens. But if they're not from the Earth, what are they? And so what do you mean they're not
something from Mars? Like I don't think it's like aliens. I think it's like maybe like some form of life. I know it sounds weird how I'm saying it. It does sound weird. I mean, I'm probably confusing everybody, but it's just I don't believe that there's these weird looking green things with weird hands and arms coming down to take our souls. And that's what I've heard. Just going by that logic. But I don't think there's aliens. There's something out there, but not even.
I think you've watched way too many bad sci-fi movies, I think that's what it is.
Maybe. So that's Joel's fault.
So what you're saying, I think, is you don't think they've come here yet, okay? But you think there's something up there. But that makes them aliens.
Yeah, and they're
not from here, they're aliens.
Yeah,
but they're not wee grey or green men that are coming down to suck your soul, like, so right, okay. Right, we got there in the end. So aliens are real. Raven was right. And we'll leave it
Forget
there.
Raven.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Right. Question 8 then. What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. I could have Mexican food.
Okay.
That honestly, it's like it's weird when I'm on weekends. Like when I have a couple of beers, it's like I have that taste for that, spiciness of Mexican food.
Okay.
It's been like that for a while. That's my my
Um,
guilty pleasure. It's been Mexican food lately. The fuck?
no, no, I'm not.
Ew. Joey? Sick fuck?
Yeah. See, I've only ever had Mexican food once, and it was in Scotland, believe it or not. So it was,
Yeah?
um, yeah, at a restaurant. I was away in business, so the supplier took us out for a meal, and it was a Mexican, and it was nice. But I guess I don't know because I've never been the American to have proper Mexican, you know. So, but
It's
I
better
think
if it's better if you get it from like a mom and pop shop because they have actual better flavors and stuff. Like I usually get mine from a chain, but there is a place nearby here, but they don't deliver, but they deliver through like DoorDash, but they don't have the full menu on DoorDash. So
right,
like I
okay.
have to go there and get the food. And they're like a mom and pop shop. But you have to find one of those and
Well,
I mean it's better than the actual.
if it's your guilty pleasure, why don't you make it? I mean, you do
Because
cook all the
it
time.
doesn't say when I make it, it tastes Americanized. And I've
make
made
it
it multiple
properly.
times.
Well, make it properly.
But I don't have the Mexican style inside me. Like they use something in their recipes, in their like
So you never had
refried
Mexican
beans.
inside you. That's okay. That's a different story.
Oh my
see,
god, no!
I I see. I think hello, Chris. I think you would like them because what I didn't realize is you don't eat lamb a lot over there because lamb's really expensive. It's dear here, but
It
it's not.
is, but I love lamb.
Yeah, so I think you'd like.
I love it.
I think you'd like Indian food. I think because you like spicy
I want to
stuff.
try Indian food.
But
Yeah, I do want to try Indian food.
you know, I just because I think a lot of people have a really bad take on it. Because when Joey was in Belfast, I wanted him taken to my Indian because it was lovely, but he said he didn't like it. But I think he's tried it in Europe and stuff, you know, so that's different. But a lot of people don't like it, you know, because they think it's going to be too hot and it's this, that, and the other when it isn't. But because you like the spicy Mexican food, I think you'd like a good Indian, you know.
Yeah, I want to try Indian food.
Yeah.
The only thing I will not eat, I might be wrong, is the curry, whatever the fuck it is. I can't stand the
What?
smell of it. I think it's
What?
curry. Don't they use that in
Curry?
Indian food? Yeah.
A curry.
Yeah. Do they use that in
Well,
Indian food, I think? Or is it
nearly every culture has some sort of curry, you know. So
Yeah?
it's just
No, I
it's
didn't
just a
know
hot, you know, it's just hot food. But it depends what you go for, you know. So,
that. Yeah.
but no, fair play. Okay, it's one of those things. If I ever make it back over there, I definitely want to find a good proper Mexican joint and try it. And I don't mean Taco Bell or something like that shit. I mean a good proper
No.
restaurant, you know.
That's
Yeah,
Americanized Mexican food, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I believe everything I'm being told, and I do tend to believe almost everything I'm told, it's just you know that you're just born with it because it just gives you instant diarrhea. So you know when you go to Taco Bell, so and nobody wants that. So
No.
okay, question 9 then. What 3 people, alive or dead, would you like to spend an evening with, and why?
One is Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Norman Reedus.
Sorry. Bad Indian food might do, but good Indian food's fantastic. So,
Who would be a third one? I'm gonna say Britney Spears.
okay, Britney Spears now or Britney Spears when she was younger?
When she was younger.
Yeah, because she looks nuts
now.
now.
She's nuts.
Yeah. Although I did say the other day when somebody posted the video of her knocking about, I said I bet she's still a great ride. You know, so that's but
she's still a beautiful woman. I give her that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a sad fact that women don't age as well as men, and it's not a bit of dick.
It is.
You know, it's just true. So, but why? So why those three then? Because I know
Jim
Jim
Carrey,
Carrey.
Jim Carrey reminds me of my brother. His personality, my brother Jerry. Personality, he always had me. That guy always had me laughing. I grew up watching his movies. It was just like he was like the best actor.
Okay.
That's why.
Right. Well, what about Norman Reedus then?
He's just hot.
Okay.
That's why.
Right. Okay. So he's hot. Oh, right. I get that then. So by that
And
rationale,
he's good at it.
why Brittany? Why Brittany then?
Because
Is
she
she
was like
hot?
no. Well, she's beautiful. But because I grew up listening to her music, I grew up like I wanted to be her when I was younger, like every teenager wanted to be.
Okay.
She was like the one girl I grew up with and listened to and actually followed.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Right. But I mean, I can understand why, like, me and Joey and all would want to spend an evening with her, but at this stage, I'm not quite sure. But and Jim Curry, I think after after about half an hour, Jim Curry, I think I'd choke him to death. I think he'd be a dick after a while. Because I don't think he'd be
You
able
would
to
not
switch
get
it
along with my
off.
brother.
You know,
Well, my
'cause
brother
I think
could-
at some point,
My brother could switch it off, but
yeah, I do want to get him to the back of the head and bash his face off the table until he shuts up. You know, and he's weird. Sometimes he just comes across as a complete nut job, and sometimes. Although I genuinely think he's a fantastic actor. His comedy got
yes.
boring because it was the same stuff. But when you see him playing Kaufman in A Man on the Moon, you know he played Andy Kaufman. You know that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wee man from Taxi back in the day. You know,
Yeah.
so he played him. He was fantastic in that. You know, and I actually
was.
thought he should have got a lot more recognition than he did. He just, you know, I think because he was an actor, or sorry, a comedian, and then it was his first proper acting job. I think all the critics just thought it's too soon. We can't, you know what I mean? He can't jump from the mask to winning an Oscar for something like that. You know, so
True. And then what really got me is when he went from I forgot what the last movie was, but he went to number 23, I think the movie was.
okay,
He went from funny to like what do you call that? Like not comedy, but what the fuck do you call it? Like number 23 was not comedy. It was like a downfall for him. He did okay in that movie, but it was just not for him in that movie 23. Number 23, whatever it's called.
Don't think I've seen it.
It's okay. I don't think you'd like it. I watched it once. Like I went back and watched all his other comedy movies, like The Mask, Cable Guy. I've watched those millions times. I will not go back and watch 23.
Yeah, funny enough, Liar Liar was on, and Liar Liar is just still really funny. You know, just
Oh yes, I still laugh at that shit.
yeah, it's
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah.
And then, and to be honest, the first Pet Detective, and the problem is you couldn't make that film now already, because especially the bit at the end where your woman turns out to be a dude and he turns around and there's the dick taped on the back. You'd just get cancelled even for laughing at that now, unfortunately. You know.
Oh yeah, you would.
You know, so
But that was funny.
oh, it was hilarious. It was a great film. So okay, so this always our standard number 10 is: does God exist and does He love you?
Yes, I do think God does exist. And I think he does love me, but sometimes I have questions
Okay, right. What
about
questions?
it. Like from all the bullshit that we've been going through with Joel's health, us struggling. It's just sometimes it's like I question it. Like I sat here and like they say to pray. You pray for, help, pray for health. And I just felt like at that time it really wasn't working. Like he wasn't listening. So it was like I was questioning, does he exist? But I know he does. It's just sometimes I question it.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm going to ask this question just to expand on it, but I'm not judging because, say, people
No.
believe whatever the fuck they want. Whether I agree with it's another. But so you believe he's there and you believe he loves you, but
Yeah.
you've bad issues with your eyes. Do you ever turn around and go, "Why did you do this to me?" You know, if you're
Every
so
day.
if you're so benevolent and all loving and all powerful, why did you give me subpar eyes?
Every day. Every day I ask that question.
Right.
Every day. And then I sit here and I think about it. I don't know why he gave this. I'll never know why. Maybe when I go up into heaven, I'll know why. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I ask that question every day. I'm like, why did you give this to me? What did I do wrong for me to get this bad of eyesight, to have this type of lifestyle? What did I do wrong? I ask myself that every day. It is. I mean, I do. I get frustrated sometimes and I ask him,
But you said there when you get up there and you meet him, but remember, if you don't forgive your brother, you'll not make it into heaven.
True.
Something,
It's true.
and I'm one of the only atheists in the group, and I'm counseling you about religion and faith and forgiveness and stuff, and so.
But you're learning a lot about our belief.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I know all this shit. I'm relatively smart. So I've read the Bible, I've studied. I know stuff. So I know a lot about it. I just don't have that belief
Yeah.
that something there. So so
Like I was raised going to church. I was raised as a Lutheran, and but I was.
Lutherans. What's Lutheran?
Huh?
Lutherans.
It's like Catholic.
Right.
It's
Okay.
like,
See, I thought Lutheran was more akin to Presbyterianism. I thought it was more Protestant. No.
the only thing is the same thing as Catholic. The only difference between, if I might get this wrong, because when I went to church when I was younger, I was forced to go, and I was baptized as a Lutheran. I rarely go to church now, but when I think Catholic is just like Lutheran because they have like the blood of Christ, and they have the bread that we eat. They have that, and I think that's the only similarity that they have together.
Okay.
Like Catholic, they go into what do they call that little room and talk to the priest or something?
Right,
The confession.
Yeah.
The confession. We don't do that in our religion. That's another difference.
Right.
But like I was forced to go to church, and I hated it. I hated going. But I mean, because in my belief, I believe you need to pray. You don't need to sit there in a church and pray. God is everywhere. I mean, I might be canceled from everybody. Everybody might hate me on this that do believe in that, but that's just my belief. I mean, if I want to pray, I'm gonna sit right here and pray to him. I don't need to go to church and do all that other stuff. But don't get me wrong. When I did love going to church for only one thing, and it was that blood of Christ, because they actually fed me alcohol.
Right.
It wasn't no cranberry juice or grape juice. It was actual alcohol. So I was enjoying that.
Yeah, it's weird because I mean, I'm see, I'd be more inclined for this. I'm more opposed to organized religions than I am actual faith. If somebody wants to
Thank you.
believe something, that's fine. I don't, but it's yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, Miss Piggy. It's the actual churches, the organizations that I think are horrible, and to be honest, a lot of them are evil. And I don't care whether it's Catholic, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Muslim, whatever. None of them are benign. They're all money making scams. They're all
Yes.
and it's
See, like with us, my aunt and uncle, they're Lutheran also, but they were, when we first had Joseph, they were really on us about baptizing Joseph. And we've told them, we said, you know what? We will have our children decide what they want to do when they are old enough to understand what they want to do, if they want to get baptized or not.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to do it.
Well,
Because I mean, my mom was Presbyterian and stuff, and we, sort of made us go to Sunday school for a while, but we literally would go in one door and wait till my mom went home, and then we'd go out the back door and go down to the park and play and just try and be back in time for, so as we could pretend to be there whenever they come down to pick us up. And after a while, they just went, there's no point forcing you. You're either gonna come to it or you're not, and none of us did, to be honest. So
The one thing
and
was with my church, I loved my church. This is the reason why. My uncle will sit there and we'll go there. I'll have to sit there for a few minutes. Then he would let me go. There was a room behind the pews or whatever where they would have like meetings and stuff. But they had books in there and everything. But I would sit here and go back there and play around. But I would also roam that church. Every time I went all around that whole church, that church had nooks and crannies, like little doors in it and everything. I would go in these little doors like a maze in this church. It was cool. I mean, it was. That's one thing I loved about going, just to search through that. And I found things old things. Like my uncle found a whole metal thing of Coca-Cola, like all the stuff, like the cups, the bottles. There was even like metal, like trays, serving trays,
right,
whole bunch of them that he found. And they were old, so they were worth money. And they let him take
right.
them. And I honestly, I don't know what he did with them. It was really cool.
Give me 1 second. I just need to grab a glass.
I'll be right back too.
Sorry about that, folks. We're at the halfway point, so it's always
really snowing out there.
It's always whiskey o'clock, So, yeah, no, JV, I'm very unprofessional. It's almost as if none of us are getting paid for doing this stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, hell.
Captain needed a drink, so Captain went and got a bit of Bushmill. So, cheers, everybody.
I got my Miller that I'm spilling on the floor. Damn it! It's quite frozen.
And Thrash, I think you'll find, see when we look at the analytics, that'll have been the best bit of the show. Whenever me and Carla weren't on the when neither of us were on camera, all of a sudden people tuned back in. So yes, it is indeed bought by Bushmills. Now all I need is some free Bushmills, So right. So we're going to abandon religion, okay? And we'll move on to question 11. So, who's the greatest NBA player of all time?
That's easy. That's Michael Jordan. Hands down.
Okay. Not Kobe, not Shaq.
No.
Not Dennis Rodman.
Nope.
Okay.
They were those are the best players in the 90s with Jordan, but Jordan's number one.
Right. Why? Why are you so convinced?
That was easy.
That's just because he played for Chicago.
No, it's because this guy, he has won a lot of, he had us going through 6 times in a row of championships. If that man was sick or injured, he wasn't out of a game. He went and kept playing. He figured out a way to get his body in there to play. That's why I give him props. A lot of these people nowadays, they're injured. Oh, I'm hurt. Or they're sick. Oh, I can't play because I'm sick. He sat there, and when he had a cold, you could sit there and see it when he was sick. A fever, that man was going. That's just how he was. That's why I say he's the best. Now, I don't know about any other teams, NBA teams, if there are other players did that. I didn't follow that. But he was good. What the hell's Paul saying?
Larry
No.
Bird.
Wrong.
Even I know who Larry Bird is,
Wrong.
Wilt Chamberlain, I know that name. No,
Chamberlain was
LeBron
good.
James can. LeBron James
No
can
LeBron
suck
James.
balls. Fuck him.
He's a whining baby.
Um,
Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
I should
Gives
kick
him
Tom
nice
for
height.
that. Just for saying that.
Yeah, I only know I only know a handful of them. I mean, obviously Michael Jordan. I know Michael Jordan. I think that's one of the things he transcended basketball because basketball's not big outside of America. You know, I
No.
know you Americans. You have your World Series of everything that only America plays in. You know, so it's not a proper World Series of anything. 'Cause it's and you think the world starts at the edge of the Atlantic and goes on to the Pacific, but outside of America, basketball's not a big sport. It is played.
Not.
It's played at a very very low level in Europe. There's
Yeah.
and it's not because we don't have enough tall people. We have plenty of tall people. But it's
That's
just
funny.
no, Joey, that doesn't count. Canada's just fucking like one of the shittiest states in America. That's all. That's all Canada is.
Canada's a
But
country.
not really. It's not a real country. It certainly isn't now. But my point is, Michael Jordan. He's known everywhere. I mean, I'm not sure I could pick him out of a crowd. In fairness, well, I suppose he'd be the tallest one in the crowd. But if he was in a crowd of tall people, I wouldn't be able to pick him out. But the name, and all that there, and then he sold a load of he sold a load of shoes, didn't he? Michael Jordan was he was a shoe
He's still
salesman,
selling
wasn't he?
shoes. Yeah, he's still selling his shoes. I don't know if he's out there selling them, but his name's on them. And my son likes wearing them.
Right. See, this is one of the reasons I like Shaq, because Shaq walked away from a big Reebok deal because a mother gave him grief about the price of his trainers, and he tried to give her money, and she says, "I don't want your money. I want to buy my son, trainers, but I can't afford them." So he went to Reebok that he was in a deal with, and he says, "Look, I need out of the deal because I need to go to Walmart, whatever." And then he went to Walmart, and Walmart had, designed him his own brand shoes.
Oh wow!
And sold them at a reasonable, so the average fan could afford his stuff. So
I like that.
Yeah, me too. And so that's why he's one of the only basketball players. I mean, obviously you could pick him out because Shaq's brilliant. He's funny. He seems super genuine. The other guy is Charles Barkley called him Shrek one night.
Yes, I remember that.
Seeing that clip, and that's just funny. I just he comes across really well. Where I mean, I know Tom loves LeBron James, but LeBron, but LeBron's just a dick in every way, shape, or form. I just don't like him.
Tom, you're not allowed in my house no more.
Yeah, and to be brutally honest, as far as I'm concerned, anybody that disrespects the American national anthem shouldn't be allowed to represent America in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
And I'm not I wouldn't do that in America, and I'm not American. So for somebody to disrespect the anthem like that, I just don't think's right. So, anyway, we'll move on before So, right. With you living so close to the airport, that's supposed to be so close. I mistyped that. Where would you like to move to and why?
North Carolina.
Okay.
Do you mean state or inside of Illinois?
Wherever. If you could move anywhere.
Oh, okay. North Carolina,
would you move to?
I would move to. And the reason why I would like to move North Carolina because everybody out there is nice. They're not assholes like out here.
Okay.
And two, our grandfather had a mountain home up there, and it was just beautiful. I mean, when he took us around North Carolina, it was just a beautiful state. I mean, I just loved it. I fell in love with that state. I wanted to move to Colorado because Colorado is a beautiful state also. Okay. But they're too expensive. But until I got to know North Carolina and I seen it, I was like, oh, the mountains, the view of the mountains are gorgeous. I mean, I just love North Carolina.
Right, okay. Well, obviously, I mean, I've only been to 3 states, I think. Maybe only the 2, I can't think. So I can't say too much, but I should say though, because one of the reasons you want to go to was it South or North Carolina? Sorry, South Carolina.
North.
Because
North.
because you said they're all polite and they weren't assholes. But I'll guarantee if you went, you know, it's because it's a
There's
southern
assholes
state
there.
and people were raised, to be polite and have. But if you go to somewhere like Colorado, you're just going to be surrounded. You're going to move from Illinois assholes to Colorado assholes. So
That's
I
true.
think you're better going somewhere.
I mean, when I went there, they were saying, "You're walking down the street. Hi, how you doing?" Me and Joel like looked at each other like, "Really? Are they talking to us?" We got
Yeah.
thrown off many a times,
Yeah.
and it was just crazy because no one says hi here. They either say "fuck you" or "go to hell."
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah. It's a weird one. Because I don't know. I've said the only way I'll move to America is if I happen to win the lottery and I can afford to do it. Because but then I suppose if I won the lottery, I could afford it. I could pick almost anywhere to be. So what I'd do, I'd get a map of America. I'd work out, where everybody is. So obviously, I now have friends in Arkansas and Ohio and Illinois and Maryland, all that there. So I'd put them all on a map and I'd try and be as far away from all of them as I could, but still be in America. So, um,
You have to stay out of
so,
America.
yeah. But I no, I'd have to do some actual research, So, but
Right.
I'd probably be a solid because for me it would need to be a red state. It would need to be somewhere I could buy guns and carry guns, and probably somewhere
That's
that has
here.
legalized weed as well. I
Yep,
thought
that's
I
here.
thought Illinois. I mean, uh, Illinois could. Illinois is a blue state. Chicago's a blue city, and their gun laws. The gun laws are ridiculously prohibitive.
They are ridiculous, but you can have a conceal and carry.
Yeah.
You can have that.
Oh, sorry, I just have to answer one. No,
What the
never.
fuck is?
Blake has a house for sale right next to him. Well, there you go.
No.
You could move up and move into Blakeville.
Fuck that.
Um,
Why? So I can see his crusty bear every day.
yeah. Well, I don't know what he's calling his penis these days, but I didn't realize he was calling it a fluffy bar. So,
I love you, Blake.
I don't know. We tolerate Blake, so right. So you what? So what's stopping you from moving now?
Money.
Okay.
And Joel's job.
All right. Okay. But is Joel's job transferable? Is his skills transferable?
Yeah, it is, but we don't know. They just got new owners again for the third time, and we don't know like what states that they have his company in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and they just had the new owners just started like this year, so they're fairly new.
Right. Yeah. Okay. No, because America, it really is the land of opportunity if you're prepared. It just flat it is if you're prepared to work hard. And I know it doesn't work for everybody. I understand that, but the freedom you have to go from one state to another and get a completely different way of life is we don't have that 'cause we're such a small country. But
plus you got to look through like housing and see what is like cheaper than Illinois. Like Colorado's expensive. I sat here and looked up like states that had like you're able to go on there and look up like a certain state. How is the housing in Colorado? What's the price? They'll tell you the price. They tell you the electric, the gas. I mean, they tell you it all down. And like Colorado was the expensive one that we were looking at.
Yeah, but surely there's expensive bits and there's cheaper bits in every state. It's
yeah.
California, if you go to LA or San Fran, would be expensive. But
I ain't moving up to California.
Well, it's a shithole. I don't mean it, but just by example, there's because a lot of California's rural farmland and stuff would be cheaper. Small towns would be cheaper than getting into LA
Yeah.
or San Fran.
But
as
the
it's
bad part of
probably
California is they're taking away all gas stoves. I am not going to no electric.
right. Okay. Well, it's okay.
Right,
'cause
JV?
give it 10, 15 years, you'll not be allowed to cook anyway. You just have to live on bug paste and fucking,
Bug
so,
paste.
yeah. 10, you laugh, but
Yeah, no.
you check us in 10 years and you see all the shit that you're doing, that are banned. But okay then. So right, well, so you've ruled out Arkansas, which I think is a bit mean because you've got good friends who live in Arkansas, and Blake needs somebody to help with the bills, So and he's got land.
Not that.
You could buy an acre of Blake's land for next to nothing, because not only is it Arkansas and it's a small bit of Arkansas, but he's a moron. You're bound to be able to talk him into. So you could buy an acre. You buy an acre of his property, live beside him, and put one of the wee small houses on it, and you'll be grand, telling you. And everybody's polite down there, and it's a stand your ground state. So whenever you can invite Blake over and then shoot him, just saying, it may be worth a go, So, and there you go, The cost of living in Arkansas is 11.2% below average. 7th cheapest state to live in. There you go. So, fair play. Right. Okay. Right. So, question 13. What has been the worst experience of your life?
Being cheated on.
Okay.
Yep.
By Joel?
He's one of them. And being also, not just that, my ex-boyfriend, he verbally abused me, cheated on me. So mainly verbally abuse.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yep. It does.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird one, and it might make me sound quite girly, but I don't believe in infidelity. I think if you're with somebody, you need to be with somebody.
Exactly. That's what I believe too.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to be married and all that there, but and I've no problem. Somebody wants to stay single and go and get banged every weekend. Have at it.
That's their
No
prerogative.
judgment.
Yep.
But
like I
but
sit here and say, if you're going to cheat on somebody, leave them and go do your thing.
Yep, absolutely. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's horrible. It's it's a weird one, and I think it's a selfish, horrible thing to do on somebody.
It is. Oh, it is. Oh, trust me, it is.
So but I mean, I know people can make mistakes and all that there, but some mistakes are just worse than others, So
yeah.
Okay, we'll move on from that one. We'll not pick at that scab. So question 14. So what would other people say is your worst quality? Apart from your cooking, you can't say cooking, so
Hey, my cook is not worse. I don't know.
We have seen your salads. Your salads are either full of bacon bits or 3 bottles of fucking salad dressing. So
that's his fault. The bacon bits.
You're the cook. You're the one that tossed your salad live on YouTube. So
yes, I did.
Yeah.
My worst. Okay. Nikki will always sit here and tell me this. My worst quality is that I put myself down a lot. I have a lot of negativity. That's what Nikki would tell me.
Yes.
Yep. I always think negative.
It's a bad quality. I do it too.
It is.
I always sit here and put you down, so I understand. No, I like. It's weird because I think, from my point of view, I think it's a self-defense mechanism. Because if I make jokes about myself and I put myself down, I sometimes think I'm doing it before somebody else can.
True.
And that might be, but
It's honestly, I think it's from like when I was younger in grade school, I hardly had any friends. I used to get bullied a lot, and it was because of these big freaking glasses, and I won't ever wear them again or buy them. I can get them because I have to get special type of glasses, and they're expensive, and my insurance does not cover it. It's bullshit. But the thing is, these big glasses, I would wear them, and kids would make fun of me with them.
See me coming out. Fuck you. You're trash. You suck. You fucking
Him and his Call of Duty. But I think it's because of also why I'm so tough, and I take a lot of like when people like not make fun of me, but like how you guys just make jokes. I know they're jokes, and I think it makes me laugh when you guys make fun of me, and I love it.
Yeah.
But it's like I know when somebody's actually making fun of me, and I haven't had anybody really make Joey shut up. I haven't really had anybody make fun of me meanly because he'd be the one to do it. But I think that's because why I'm so negative to myself, and I put myself down, and like I'm my own bully. And Nikki always yells at me about that. She's like, Carla, stop putting yourself down. Stop thinking negative. And it's hard. What the fuck is he saying?
He says, I'm not joking at any time. You got to do the fucking laundry.
Laundry's done.
Yeah. No, but it's weird. And I think you're right, because I've said, look, I suppose the phrase I always use is laugh with me, not at me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that's what we try and do, because I don't join a lot of the YouTube panels because there's too many cunts in YouTube land, and I don't want to spend time with people that I think are dull, or mean or two-faced or whatever, so
that's understandable.
Yeah, so I'm very, very selective who I go on panels with now, because I don't want to be. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do it, but
yeah,
there's too many people, and I spoke to you, because you're one of the people I love hanging out with. You're one of the people that was there when I started doing this shit. But I don't join yours a lot because there's an awful lot of people that you hang out with that I just think I'd push off a cliff if I could. I just think they're horrible, mean, two-faced cunts, and I wouldn't want to spend time with them. But
I know Blake's one of them. I know.
Yeah, but we hang out and we all. I mean, fuck's sake, I abuse the fuck out of Blake, but it's good-natured ribbing between friends. There's nothing mean there. I'm not jumping up on a panel to go, haha, you're dick, you're too short, you've lost all your hair, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So I get you, so yeah. No, fair play. I think she might be right. She'd know you better than we would, because obviously we get a wee glimpse into you, but Nikki knows you in the real world, so
yeah.
So she would know better. Well, I mean, and the sound you agree with what she says anyway, so
yeah.
Okay, right. Question 15 then. Where would you most like to travel to, and why?
Me, I like to go to Ireland and see the culture there and stuff like that. And Germany, because I'm part Irish and German, and I would like to see the culture of like both those places.
What part of Ireland? If you've traced your heritage, what part of Ireland?
I really, I really don't know. Honestly, I really don't, because I don't even know where my Irish family is from. You know what I mean? And I really can't. And honestly, if you think about it, if I go and ask any of my family, I don't really have family to even ask because they're all dead. For real. Right. The only people that are still alive is my mom and my brother. That's it.
But there are things I can't remember what it's called, but there's family history stuff online you can join. You can get the free one to start off, because I've so I have family in America. I have family in Georgia. So I do. Because my
Isn't
aunt,
it
my
something I can't think of the name of it.
it's
a website.
There's loads. There's loads of different ones, but so
Yeah.
my aunt, my dad's sister married. I think he was a serviceman. Well, certainly he was an American from Georgia, and then they fucked off over there. So we have family over there. So by me just putting in some very basic details, I started to get matches because you'd put in what little you know, and then it's like a jigsaw. One wee piece would fill in because somebody would see your post and go, well, maybe I'm related to Carla, blah blah blah, and then there'd be a link, and then it starts to fill in. So you could do it.
Okay.
So there's
You got to remember it and like message it to me.
yeah, I look at because they email me all the time because I keep getting an email going something new's being added because so there's always I haven't been on it about 3 or 4 years because I realized I was wasting my time because I'm never going to go and visit them and
True.
a family here that I can't stand. I don't want to go near, so it's just it was a waste.
Now you know my feeling.
But it can help you fill in all sorts of stuff, you know.
True.
But I know you've got. And the reason I say about just it's been an interesting thing because if you ever did decide to travel to Ireland, it would be interesting if you knew you were from Kerry or Antrim or whatever.
Yeah,
you
it would
go
be.
because I mean you have to remember we've got churches here older than America, so there could well be old gravestones with your family names on them from 16, 17, 1800s and stuff, you know. And
Yeah.
so it would be handy, you know, if you
Really
knew where you were going, or where you were from. So if you were going somewhere, you go and visit, because you might even end up finding, like very distant relatives, but here that if you travel to, so, and then obviously you can always stay with Keith whenever you come over, because Keith loves visitors. So.
Oh yeah, I know Keith does.
Yeah. So. Okay. But no, so Ireland, everybody says Ireland, but that's because all you fucking Yanks think you're Irish, and it's weird how obsessed you are with Ireland.
Because Irish people love to drink and they love to eat. Come on now.
But even Squirrel thought he was Irish. That's what started him off in his wee
That's
path. He thought he was Irish. And it turned out he was British. He was English and Welsh and stuff, So
I would be
I mean, if
disappointed if I found out that I'm not Irish. I think I would be because it'd be like a disappointment for me because I thought all my life I'm Irish and German. Same thing. If those two came in, if I did this and those two stayed, I'm not even any of those. I'd be like, what the hell? So it'd be kind of like pissing me off because that's what my mom told me.
Well,
she said I'm part Irish and German.
Have you considered doing a DNA test? They're not expensive.
You know what? I don't know. I probably could ask my doctor because my insurance might cover that. No,
I don't think they'll cover.
I don't know how to go
out. They post it to your house. You take a swab from inside your cheeks. You put it in the wee test tube. You post it off, and then they come back with a wee report going, yeah, you're 55%. Whatever. Japanese, and you're 33% Alaskan, and they're not expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, I might go. I might look into that.
I don't think they're well expensive, and so you just keep an eye on when they're on offer and you get them, and it is literally they post it out. You swab inside your cheeks, you spit in the test tube, whatever you do, and then you post it away, and then they send you a report after a while going, yeah, congratulations, your Irish friends, German, Japanese, and part alien, so. And you know where you're from, so it's they're massive. I mean, round the holidays they sailed with a bucket load because everybody gives them as gifts. Happy Christmas. I gave you a test for Christmas. So But it's true. It's just true. It's what they do. So, okay.
I'll
So,
look into that.
yeah. I think it's a 23 and Me is one of the big American ones. Some of the guys to chat be able to tell.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that
23 and
one.
Me or and that's all it is. It's a home DNA test. You just so and it worked. So okay. So question 16. What would your 3 desert island albums be?
Sat here and thought about this when you asked everybody else. That's a hard freaking question because I can't think of albums because I listen to everything.
Okay.
So I would have to. I mean, can I do like? Can I say like it has to be like something country?
Yeah, you want
90s music? Can I do something like that?
yeah, as long as it's not Bone Thugs and Harmony, we'll be okay. So
Because my three would be like country music, like today's country. It would be like 90s music and like
no,
like 80s.
No, you have to pick albums. You can't pick a whole genre and then a whole decade. That's cheating.
Fuck.
Okay, right. Well, I'll help you.
Okay,
I'll do the first one. Britney Spears.
Okay.
Album. What was her first one? Hit Me One More Time or whatever the fuck it was called.
I wouldn't say that album. I would say the one album. I'm trying to think of it. It's where she's like in a suit. She had Madonna in one of her videos.
Don't you dare, Miss Piggy. You may fall out. Don't you dare. Lizzo, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. She's doing that just to put my blood pressure up. I know.
None of those. But yeah, the Britney Spears one that she had Madonna in one of her songs. I can't think of the name of the CD, the album she had. I can't think of the name of it, but it'll be that album.
Okay, so Britney Spears, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. So I'll let you pick artists then. So you don't need to pick albums.
I'm not good with albums. I'm really ain't good with albums.
No, so that's fine. So you can pick artists then. So Britney Spears, you can have all of Britney Spears' music. So because it all sounds the same anyway, so you may as well have it all. It all sounds like the same song over and over again. So
I would say Michael Jackson because he had some happy music there.
Was that before or after he started touching young boys?
I knew you were gonna ask that question. I would say like his older stuff. I would say.
Yeah. Oh no!
Before he did the bleach face.
Not my cup of tea. But the man was very, very talented. I just wasn't a fan of the music. So he was fair play. Some of his stuff was so well written, so well performed. Just not my cup of tea. That's all. But yeah, so Britney Spears.
I would have to, and I would say Blake Shelton, his music.
Okay.
So those are the three I would have.
I've. Okay. Yeah, I know I might even have some Blake Shelton there somewhere, But what can I say, Miss Piggy? It was too easy.
Because like with me with music, I mean, I could sit here and listen to this song, have no idea the name of it, have no idea who fucking sings it until I figure it out years later on. It's like I'm not good with music. Like when you and JB were doing that music thing, that music, I forgot what it was called. That music show you guys were doing when JV had it up there and you guys were clicking the votes on who voted for what.
Yeah.
That was easy to do because I knew the songs of those. I mean, It was easy. And it's just like me with music, they can't even fucking ask me. I mean, Joel said, let's play guess the name. We'll play a song and be like, fuck, I don't know. I'd fail.
Look, I'd be honest, my recall's terrible, so I love music. Music's the thing that stops me from putting the shotgun in my mouth sometimes, being able to put on a song and put some Pink Floyd on or put some AC/DC on, and all of a sudden, boom, So, but there's times I listen to certain albums like hundreds of times, but I would struggle to name you all the songs because even when JV and I were doing the music one there the other Saturday, both of us were having to look up the track listing because we knew the albums, we knew they were great, but couldn't necessarily remember all the names of the songs on it. So yeah, I get that one. So okay,
Yeah.
right. So question 17 then: what skill or talent would you like to have that you don't currently have?
Better at cooking. Sorry.
Okay. Really?
Shit, I don't know what other one I would have though. I really don't.
Play guitar,
What a skill
not
would I-
on a panel, but play guitar. Sing.
Yes.
Music.
Yeah, I would. Yes, I would like to be able to sing.
So we'll
That I would
throw
agree
some
with.
suggestions at you. So even if people in the chat want to suggest skills for Carla, so play a musical instrument, sing, strip professionally.
No.
Who knows, so but there's probably something you'd love to be able to do. Drive better, because of your eyes.
Yes, I'd love to be able to freaking drive. That's one skill I'd love to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's top number one right there. I wanted hell, I didn't even think of that one. Yeah, I'd love to be able to drive.
It's weird. I hate driving. I only drive because I have to. The amount of times
I'd
don't.
love it.
Yeah,
behind this. How the fuck did you hit that, cheater?
It does give you freedom. It absolutely does. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I hate doing it. So yeah, JV
Oh, I
says
love
climb
it.
up tall trees to get cats down. So
JP, you're an ass.
do you remember JV never mocks? Not what he said earlier. He's always serious. So
Right?
Yeah, he's always a nice guy. He always smiles, but he's and that wee glint in his eyes just when he's thinking of something evil to say to you. That's all it is. So right,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so driving then, yeah, fair play. So
Yeah, driving.
Right. Question 18 then. What was the wildest experience of your life?
Shit, my life is fucking pretty boring. The wildest experience. What would the wildest experience be?
You're bound to have done something mad. I mean, maybe it was being at a sophisticated sex party, or maybe it was, maybe it was bunking off school.
Well,
and
I've been
setting
to-
fire to a police station. Maybe it's.
Well, my wild experience is honestly, I got in trouble in high school for going across the street for smoking. And that was senior year because I've never gotten in trouble for anything in school. Well, high school. Grade school, I got a lot of detention for I don't know what. I'm trying to think. There's got to be something else wilder than that.
It's hard when somebody asks you to look at your own life, isn't it?
That's what I'm doing. My life is pretty boring. Because the only excitement I actually have was when I was younger and 21. But I never really did anything crazy. I really didn't. I've gotten drunk too much.
It's all relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've gotten drunk too much. I still get kind of drunk sometimes.
Oh, bullshit. You got one.
Like, I really don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know.
Yeah,
My
listen to Miss
craziest
Piggy.
wild-
This woman needs to get out more. Miss Piggy's going
Yes,
to
I
travel.
do.
Miss
I've been
Piggy's
trying.
Miss Piggy's going to come and meet you. She's going to take you out. You'll go to a strip club. You'll go out for a steak dinner.
Now
You'll
that
go
I've
to a
been
bar.
to.
Yeah,
That I've been
you'll
to. I've
go
been to
to
a strip club.
you'll go to a bar with a live band on. You'll dance with some strangers. You'll flirt with some dude and get him to buy you drinks, and then let him down at the end of the night. You know,
I've done
and you'll
that.
have a blast. You know, so
I've done that. I've done that at my freaking bar I used to hang out at. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's more like fun experiences. I wouldn't say that's wild. I flirted with guys. I get me drinks, and my brother and I ran around town after 4:00 in the morning. I mean, that's basically it. The craziest shit.
yeah,
My life
that
is
is
boring.
funny.
It's sad.
Yeah, I think you and Miss Piggy would have a blast, but I don't know. I mean, I know Joey's got another meetup planned. I don't know who all's going to it.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, we'll move on. Like I said, there doesn't need to be. Yes, it is possible. She might just be being coy, Miss Piggy. You're right.
No, I'm dead serious.
Maybe,
My
maybe
life
the
is pretty
FBI are
fucking
still.
boring.
Yeah, maybe the FBI are still looking for you. And you don't want to. So.
What the hell did I look for me for anything?
You never know. So,
I
right.
hope not. I don't want to be in trouble.
Right. Question 19. What is your favorite conspiracy theory? Now, remember, you don't have to believe it, but just one that you find interesting.
Damn, I thought about this question too.
Oh, Brad, fuck you. Wait up.
Okay, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory, but
He's running around.
some of you might think it's a conspiracy theory. I can say it in English. I believe that there's ghosts and demons and stuff like that. I don't know if that's a conspiracy theory. See, now that I don't know. No?
Well, it's not a conspiracy theory. That's just insanity.
Fuck.
No, so conspiracy. So some of the most famous ones. So some people believe that the man didn't land on the moon. Okay. Some people believe that the American government blew up the Twin Towers themselves. Some people believe that the Earth's flat. Some people believe that JFK was shot by the CIA and that there was a second gunman. It's so that's the sort of conspiracy theory. So, and it's okay to say that you don't like any of them. So there's no wrong answer.
Well, the one that I forgot who always asks that. Who's the one that always asks about is the Earth is flat? Always someone comes up in the chat asking the Earth is flat. I forgot who it was, but that is one conspiracy theory that I don't believe in. And what is your favorite conspiracy theory? As a matter of fact, it's that one because that one, like one person, I can't think who it wasn't. It Art that always said that.
I think Art was just taking the piss. To be honest, I think Art was being funny. No.
That one is my favorite because I don't think the Earth is flat; it's round.
Yeah,
so that is my favorite one. That's my favorite one right there because he makes it funny.
Yeah, I've seen there's a fantastic video. So there was a YouTuber that had a flat Earth thing, and he spent $20,000 setting up this big experiment to prove that the Earth was flat, and he accidentally proved that it wasn't. And he literally at the end he's looking through the thing. So he basically set up barriers a certain distance apart, and you have to do them. At least one of the platforms has to be on the water to give you the to give you the distance, and you shine a light through. And if the Earth's flat, the light, because it travels straight, should just go straight through all three holes.
Yeah.
So he does the thing, and he's looking at it, and he's going, he goes, "Oh, that's interesting." That's exactly what he said. "Oh, that's interesting," because he accidentally proved that the Earth was round. $20,000 he spent thinking he was being clever about it, So Yeah, but it's a weird one,
To do something better with $23,000.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's like, yeah,
So yeah, that one's my favorite because of art. That one is.
yeah.
They used to
No,
get
fair
sit here and
play.
get so pissed. I'm like, dude, the Earth is not flat; it's round. And I know he
Yeah.
did that just to get a rise out of everybody.
Oh, absolutely. So, okay. So the last of the regular question, question 20. What is the one thing from your childhood do you regret your children not having or doing?
Ugh. I know everybody says it, but not having electronics, able to go outside and come up with like your
Right.
own game using your imagination. Sorry.
Right.
Just being able to live like how I did. Pay phones, house phones. Sitting there not having any type of privacy because your phone's in the kitchen and you have to sit right there and kind of be quiet. Not
Yeah.
have the internet. I mean, I keep telling my kids, I'm like, look, you guys are lucky. You guys get to sit here and sit in front of a screen. I had to go outside and play, which no, I
Yeah.
think I was more luckier.
Yeah. I
I mean,
I think you and I were luckier doing that.
yeah. I mean, my
I-
mother had more trust in me being out there in my hometown. Basically, she knew everybody around there. We all knew everybody in our hometown and the cops.
yeah.
But I was able to roam the town even in the middle of the night. I was able to. Now I don't want these kids even nowhere off my lawn. I'm afraid. I might call myself a helicopter mother, but that right there, I'm just afraid that somebody to either kidnap them or hurt them or even like bully them. I get frustrated.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought of a really good question for
And
this
I'm
time.
scared of them getting into like the cyberbullying. That's what I'm scared of too. We didn't have that. We had face-to-face bullying. Like my kids, I'm glad they don't. But the cyberbullying scares me a hell of a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I think I hit that sort of sweet spot because I'm old. The games consoles we had them. We the early Nintendos and stuff, but we played them in the evening when it got dark and you were in, or the
Yeah.
weather was too bad when you couldn't go out and play. But we were out on our bikes. We were out playing football, proper football, not shitty American football. We were out playing football all the time and doing stuff, and I, it is weird that kids just don't have that now. So,
No. And it's like I hate technology, and then again, I love it.
yeah,
Because it's like I get to deal with it, but I hate it because all these kids are screen times. It's like everything
yeah,
is, video games, YouTube, everything is like they're watching shows on their tablets. It's like crazy.
yeah.
The only thing that my kids don't have is a cell phone. They don't have that because they don't need it.
Right, okay,
And my oldest is 15. He still doesn't have a cell phone. Plus, I'm not ready for him
right,
to have
okay,
one. He don't go
yeah,
nowhere for him to have
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's right because I know I've heard a lot of people saying that they completely limit the amount of time their kids are allowed online at night. They have to do their homework and then as a reward, they're allowed maybe an hour online at night with their iPad or whatever. But they can have their
Yeah.
iPads and stuff, but just switch the Wi-Fi off so they can sit and they can do stuff on it, but they can't go online. I think it's important that they really do these days. So, have
Like with my son, he's got it where certain days out of the week he cannot go on his PlayStation at all
right
because
okay.
he's got important things he's got to do.
Yeah,
That's what I have for him. So that gives him less screen time. Or even if we're busy doing something, we're like out of the house, that's another way. I mean, but he uses his tablet and stuff like that, and I don't know.
yeah. It's weird because I mean, again, I don't have kids and stuff, thank God. But one of the things that there's a guy. He's a successful podcaster over there. He's a successful businessman, and he says one of the things he does with his kids, the kids get, they're not allowed privileged until they've read a certain amount of pages of a book. So they have to be, they have to sit every night and read, say 100 pages of a book, and
Yeah.
and he thinks it's just so much better for everything, for their education, their study, for their discipline, everything, So,
Yeah.
yeah, but it tends to be a lot. Everybody gives a similar answer to that one, So, okay, so the plus one we always finish on then before we go to the questions from the chat. So, is what's the single best piece of advice you can share with the world?
Be yourself. Don't be fake. Don't damn. I say just be yourself. Don't sit here and be like a fake person. That's what I say.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fake people out there.
Yes, I agree. There's way too many, and there's not enough people that are honest and about what they are and who they are.
Exactly.
That's why I think the problem is some people don't want to accept it because some of the fake people will sit and smile to you,
Yeah.
but they're really thinking, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, and and they'll all pretend to be all super friendly and lovey-dovey, but
Yep.
they're not really, that's the thing. And I'd much prefer, I'm fairly open about what I think about people, you know what I mean? And I try and be
Oh,
that
we
way.
know that well.
But it's not that I'm being mean about things. I'm just not being dishonest. That's all.
No,
It's
true.
And it would
you're
just,
right.
and it's each to their own, So okay,
Yeah.
so do you mind we do a few questions from the chat then?
You can do as many as you want.
Okay. So Miss Peggy, who always comes in with the questions, so she's great for that. So, how do you cook homemade potato salad?
How do I cook homemade potato salad? I take
She
the
might be
potatoes,
taking
boil
the piss
them.
there. I don't know.
I think she is. You take regular potatoes, boil them, and do to a consistency you like, and then take them out, put them in cold water, throw them in a pan, and throw some mustard. I gotta think here. Mustard, I almost said ketchup. Goddamn. Mayonnaise.
Bacon bits. How much bacon bits do you have?
Sometimes you can do a sprinkle or how much you want. What? Oh my god! On accident, one time I made a potato salad. Right. I went to go for the bacon bits. Now I took my my little small jars of bacon bits and put them in like mason jars.
Okay.
And I accidentally grabbed the crushed red pepper because they were in a mason jar. And I sprinkled it on top of the potato salad. I was like, oh, fuck, I fucked it up. But everybody liked it. And I think it was for Memorial Day. It was last year. But everybody liked it. I was like, damn, okay. I'm not going to do it again.
Well,
So
I liked it.
the answer for this.
Okay, so Miss Peggy, Carla, what's your specialty to cook?
My special.
Yeah, what's your specialty? What's the thing you're best cooking? What's your go-to? So when Miss Piggy turns up and you're trying to impress her with a meal, what are you making her? I suppose is the best way to put it.
I would say pork chops.
Okay.
I love making pork chops or pasta. Honestly, pork chops or pasta.
Okay.
That's what I would make.
Right, okay. Or pork chops and pasta. Really push the boat out.
No.
Why not?
No. I would not do that.
Okay. So JV wants to know: do you miss the topic show
Oh, God.
with Robert?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Sorry, Robert, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you're watching, it's because he wasn't like putting in his side of the topic show.
Okay.
Like he wasn't contributing to it.
Right. Okay.
And that's why I would kept coming up with guests hopping up on there. So that way, the guests could put like their own spin. He wasn't doing it.
Right. Okay.
That's why.
Okay. I think we can understand that one. So,
Yep.
Richard Joey wants to know: Carla, do you know what a checking account is?
Yes, and I got one, you ass.
Okay. So, Miss Peggy, would you allow your kids to use profanity at you? Did you use it with
No.
your parents? No.
Now I do.
Come on.
I do with
For you.
my mother
For
and
you.
my
For you. Your whole fucking
Shut up!
team. That's all it took you. Your whole fucking team.
No, my kids are not allowed to swear at me if they do any of the breath without me hearing it. That's different, but if I hear it, they get in trouble for it. But swearing at me, now if they got older, maybe yeah, that's up to them how they want to do it, because I swear to my mom. Sometimes she gets mad at me, but it's not like how I am on here, like how I swear on here a lot. It's not like that with my mom, but I do swear.
Okay. So, what the fuck, Mike wants to know: if you lived anywhere
Oh,
else in the
fuck.
world, would you still be a fan of the big Black Hawks?
Shut up, Mike. And yes, you asshole.
Okay.
Fucking Mike.
So, Miss Peggy wants to know about your eyesight. If it's not too personal, are you
No, it's
legally blind?
fine.
Can you explain?
Yes. Okay, I have achromatopsia. Don't ask me how to spell it. And there's a couple difference of achromatopsia. It's what it is. I'm colorblind. Like me and Blake, we're both colorblind. I only can see black and white. So like what frustrates me, my kids would come up to me. Joseph understands now, but Jackson would come up to me. Mommy, is this red? Yeah, it's red. I would just say yeah. Or if he's looking for a color or I need a color or something, I'd be like, hey, Joseph, Joel, come here and help me. They will help. I can't see small print. I would have to have stuff enlarged. Okay, like the reason why I can't drive is because I can't see far away and glasses will not correct it. I think I do need like everyday people glasses. I think I do. Because I do need to get my eyes checked, and I haven't got my eyes checked in years is because I can't find an eye doctor that knows about this eyesight. I mean, the only two I do have, one works with children, and the other one's is all the way in downtown Chicago, which I ain't going out to. So I need to find one that knows about my eyesight. So that's why I haven't been to an eye doctor. And I love going to an eye doctor. That's one thing about me. I love going. I get excited to go. I don't know why, but I just do. I'm trying to think like what else in my eyesight. I have to wear these special red glasses that if you look through these red glasses, you will see everything red. I look through these glasses. I see like when you guys put on regular old glasses, I see like the world, but it doesn't help me with correct color. It doesn't do that. It's like a red tint rose color of glasses I have to wear, and they're expensive. And I explained like earlier, my insurance don't cover it. And that's why I really don't buy pairs because they're like $100. And it sucks. I can't really afford it.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Basically
I know it's okay. I'm just trying to go through these just to just load them here.
Ask as many as you want. They can wait to go on my live.
Okay.
I'm going live next, so they can wait.
Okay. Don't answer is too personal, but what's your relationship with Colin? Is he truly your brother?
No. After Colin, I watched. Matter of fact, I watched that live again, and I gave Colin a lot of chances with how he was treating people and how he was talking. I understand his political views, but it's to the point to where you tell him, "Hey, can you please stop?" He doesn't. He keeps going. And I know Colin from inside it, not inside and out. Him and I've talked personally on the phone. You know, I get me wrong, I still love Colin. I miss him, but I'm not gonna sit here and have him on my panel the way he treated people and the way he kind of disrespected me. It's just how it is. He disrespected a lot of people just by how he was talking that night.
Okay. Well, look, I understand because I agree. I mean, because to be honest, a lot of his political opinions I didn't particularly disagree with, but there's a time and a place and there's a way to express them. You know,
Yeah.
but he would just get drunk and disrespect everybody
Continue and
else
continue.
on the panel. You know, even when
Yep.
Saw One Night with Thrice was so patient with him, trying to get him to understand that he can't just shout people down and accuse him of things because he didn't like it. You know, so
Yeah, exactly. Like his point of view was his point of view. Like no one else can have an opinion. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him on the side about it, on the phone. I says, dude, you got to kind of calm down. Because he even came to me and asked me, he goes, hey, do you think I'm too, hard on panel? I'm like, yes. I'm like, dude, you need to kind of calm down a little bit. And what it is he drinks every day.
Yeah.
He does. And that night when he went off like that, he was drinking vodka. And I just watched that live like last week, matter of fact.
Yeah, it's a pity because you were very, very close, so
Yeah. And I do miss him, but I don't want to have that. That's stressful. I want to be on here and have fun. You know what I mean?
Well, seeing as we're talking about calling your brother, where's Elise these days?
He's not my brother. I called him that because we're both Irish.
I know.
He's not really my brother.
No, I know, I understand, but it was a segue. So we haven't seen Elise
Yeah.
in ages. Why?
Well,
And again,
she kind of turned for the worst.
Free to say it's none of our business. You don't have to answer anything.
Well, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it. She kind of turned to the worst. She kind of got depressed. I had her try to live here with me for like a week. She's not my Elise.
More than a week.
More than a week?
Oh my God! Look at fucking.
Well, she's not my Elise. She's not how my sister was. I still talk to her mom and everything. I still check in on her, but she got off of Facebook. She got off of Instagram. She got off of everything. I even texted for her birthday, no answer. I mean, we all do miss her, but
fucking 3 inches of fucking snow.
I think we lost her.
Okay. Well, the only thing I'd say there is you shouldn't give up on her. You should keep trying. Even if it's just send a message, just every now and again going, look, I'm thinking of you, miss you. If you want to talk, you know where we are, all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't push it, but just let her know that she's not forgot about. Because I've never went through that sort of depression, but I know people that have. And it could just be the random text you send one morning or a voicemail just going, hey, I miss you, love you, get in touch when you want to talk, so that's the only advice I would give is just don't give up on her, so especially
I'm not.
where he's didn't have a falling out, she's just struggling, so just I know it's difficult because we all have our own problems and all, but just a 2-minute message, one morning
doesn't hurt.
Just out of the blue,
and I do.
might be the thing that just triggers her, and goes and makes her reach out, and ask for help, so
yeah.
So Thrice wants to know, how did you like Jim Carrey's performance as the Joker in the Batman movie?
It was all right. It wasn't like my thing. Like Batman movies really isn't my thing, and to me, I just think it's all right. I still haven't seen the fucking Sonic movies that he played. I haven't saved, but I still haven't seen them because that's not the Jim Carrey I know, and it's just kind of hard for me to watch.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's just I'm weird.
Okay. So Miss Piggy, always the romantic, wants to know if you don't mind.
What?
Uh, tell us about you and Joel's love story, if it's not too personal.
Actually, it's funny. We, we met at a biker bar, and this I knew the biker. I hung out the biker bar before I met Joel, and my brother came across this guy, Joel's boss, and Joel used to work for a company that did siding, roofing, windows. He used to do that, and he lived with this guy because he had nowhere else to go. So Joel was broke and poor, and he would bring. Now here's the funny part. He would bring in Joel went to the bar, right? I didn't know Joel was a twin. Okay. So one day he brought in his twin brother James. And of course, my sister-in-law, she's the matchmaker. She walked up to James to try to get a hold, talk to James and everything else to try to hook me and him up. And Eileen came up to my sister-in-law, Eileen, that was her name. She came up to me and she was like, "Oh, Carla, he's got kids, da, da, da." I'm like, "Yeah, and I don't care." I was sitting at the bar talking. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to meet him." So things went on and went on, and Joel's boss came in with Joel one time, and I was trying to date one of the bikers. And this biker and I did like each other, but he was a bad alcoholic. And the thing was with this guy, he was flirting around. So I'm like, okay, I don't want nothing to do with a guy that can't stop flirting with other women. I don't want that. That's just how I am. I want somebody to just be for me and me, right? So
Yeah.
I walked up to Joel and I said, "Guess what? We're going out. We're dating." So I made him put his phone number into my phone. His phone number into my phone, and him and I just started dating. He came over on weekends to my brother's house, hung out there, spend the night there and everything else. We'd go to the bar every weekend. And that's just how we just stuck with each other. 17 years.
Yeah, fair play. Right, so I'm going to jump ahead to Uncle Nobby's because he's getting a bit pissy in the chat. So it's a good question.
Who
Though,
is?
Uncle Nobby. If you could go back to any year in your life, what year would it be and why?
90s.
That's a decade. That's not a year.
I'd go back to. Matter of fact, I would go back to like maybe 1990 because my dad was alive.
Okay.
That's why. My dad died in 91. So I didn't want to say 84 when I was born, but I would say 90 because my dad was alive. He was here. And honestly, I can remember bits and pieces of him. Not a lot. So that's when I would go back. I would go back to the 90.
Okay.
Because he was alive.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's. I think a lot of people go back to see a loved one.
He died too early in my life. He died when I was 7.
Yeah. See, fun enough, we've been thinking about that. We're my brother said to me there recently. He's only a couple of years younger now than my dad was when he died. So it's catching up with us. So right. So Joey's got a good question.
Yeah.
You have to think about this one. If you could have your ideal 10-person panel of people in the community, well, he's saying why would it be 10 of him? But so your ideal panel? Who would your ideal panel be? So ignore the stupid Joey part at the end of it and focus on the good Joey part at the start of it. So
the ideal panel would be honestly the people that JV had on. JV, you, Joey, Thrash, Blake. Who else was up there? Angie. Like the Friday nights, JV's Friday nights, I would want on my panel. Honestly, that's my ideal panel. Sorry for those of the other ones, but I mean, that's seriously.
okay. So who of the current community do you not want to appear on your panel? Go on, name a name. Who keeps turning up that you wish wouldn't?
What the fuck, Mike? No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I really have anybody that that I don't want on my panel, because my panel, I've learned this watching my lives, has changed a lot. I mean, there's still good people on there, but it just has changed, like, to different, like, communities. Like, sometimes I hang out on my panel with Jimmy C's community. Sometimes I hang out with, the cooking community. Sometimes, I mean, it just varies. And I really don't have anybody up there I don't like. Sometimes, okay, there's one person. Sometimes Robert. Sorry. Sometimes Robert. Sometimes he's the one. Sometimes Robert. Jules!
No, that's what
I was Jules was there.
Hello, Street. Yes, we
Hi,
missed
Jules.
Jules. Jules isn't about anywhere near enough. We missed Jules, so
great.
She's
another one on my damn panel.
Yes, because we all miss her, there you go.
Can I grab one more beer real quick? Can I grab a beer?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yeah, you work away. See, even JV misses you, Jules, and JV's heartless, so it must be true. Yeah, I don't know what you've done there, but yes, it doesn't seem to like you an awful lot, so let me see. Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I clean my house just for the freaking snow to come so I could track it through a nice clean floor. What the hell did Mike say?
Yeah. No, nothing. He was very complimentary. No. So Miss Peggy wants to know who is your favorite Muppet character?
Does Elmo count? Isn't he a Muppet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Elmo and Cookie Monster. Those are my two favorites.
Okay. I don't know the Muppets very well. I also saw the Muppets.
Elmo.
Love the Muppets Christmas Carol,
Oh yeah.
But didn't watch it much as a kid.
Until they turned fucking Elmo into being what the fuck is what they got him on reels now, talking dirty and shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of that, so okay, so
what the hell?
So Mick James asking Carla, if you could drive, what car is your favorite?
Oh, 1966 Pontiac GTO.
Okay.
That's my dream car. And if I have to be real, if I can't get that, I would drive a either a Ford Expedition fully loaded.
That's
what I'd be driving.
I definitely don't know the Expedition. I know some of the old, and I only know the old American classic cars from watching some of the old TV shows. I love some of the restoration ones, but I can't think what the Pontiac GTO is, to be honest.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
See, Kermit, I've never a fan of, Tom. All right, okay.
This is it.
See, look, it's one of the few things that America got right. The old Detroit Steel, the old American muscle cars they were rubbish. I mean, if you wanted to go around a corner, they were rubbish, but they look great.
But here's the thing with this car. I have a brother that's a mechanic, so I'd have him putting some fucking good ass motor in this shit where it makes the car work right. That's what I would do. Yeah, but there's like a few other cars I would drive. I would drive like the Expedition. It can't be 2003, not 2003, 23, 24. No, it has to be like in the 90s, the 90s Expedition. And I like to drive a Blazer also. I love the Blazers.
Well.
Those were the ones I would drive.
Yeah.
Kelsey!
Yeah, no, I love the body styles of the old American cars. Some of them are gorgeous, but I watched some of the refurb, or not refurb, but the restoration ones, and I like them when they make them they look like the old cars, but to put proper brakes in and power steering, and so it works like a modern car, and it's safe like a modern car, but it looks like the old one, still
Oh
with the
yeah.
body shape and everything. I think
My
that's
brother had a 1967 Chevy Nova. He took that car from ground up. Sat there and redid everything on that car. And he
I
did
like
this. He
those.
had that thing fucker was fast. My brother had that car go fast. Then he had a I missed this fucking Blazer. He had a 1991 Chevy Blazer that he actually literally rebuilt, put a different motor in it. He had like one of those flat screen TV, like the little monitors, but it was a TV with DVD in there. He had great
Right.
speakers in that car. I wish he had it still to this day, but my other brother took it. But I mean, that car, he did that. That car was beautiful. Leather seats. It was all black. It was gorgeous. And that car was fast.
Right. So two questions. If I'm not gonna ask every question, but I'm gonna ask a silly one and then with a real good one from Hobo. So, but
Oh,
Paul
God.
wants to know what would you do if Blake showed up at your house and needed a room?
I would be like, okay, you have a choice. You can sleep on the couch or in the basement with all the other the outside cats.
Yeah, poor Blake gets
That'd be under
abused
the
all the
trailer.
time, even if he's not here. So 16 Camaro, yeah, nice choice. But Jules,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
imagine you're thinking about a few times you partied in a 69 Camaro. I think that's what it is. So
Those Camaros are
them big
gorgeous,
back
too.
seats in the. See, that's the thing. All the back seats in the British cars are always smaller because our cars are about half the size. So okay. So the last one, I think this is a great question actually from Hobo. So he's asking, have you ever thought about making videos talking about your condition so others can understand and learn if they have the same vision as you?
I have. I've had make videos. Maybe I need to make a recent one, but I have made videos on this channel that I'm on. I have done it. It might have been a few years ago, but yeah.
Okay. But would you not consider doing a more up-to-date one? Because I
Maybe
think
I'll
people
keep that in mind.
I think people want to know. People,
I get what you mean. What he means. He like new people that know me now need to, they want to understand more about me and about my condition, and that way I could tell them how it is. I get what you mean. Yeah, maybe I'll do one.
yeah, but it's something. I think you should think it through. And do one actually record. I wouldn't even do it as a live record one, and then
That's
get
what
it
I
the way
do.
you want it and put it out, and because people are interested in stuff like that, and I mean not to be dicks about it, but
No, they're interested in it because
Yeah.
it's a rare disease. They have never heard of it. Because a lot of people, I can sit there and say, I have achromatopsia. What the fuck is that?
yeah,
And they're not being mean. It's just people want to learn about it so they
Yeah.
can understand it.
Yeah, I mean there's people think they should need
'Cause it's
someone
a
to
rare
relate
disease.
with,
Disease.
and he's right.
It's a rare eye condition.
It's something you could do. I mean, you could put shorts out about it and just to be totally honest. I know. So you've got your cooking stuff, but some of your shorts are very random. They just are. I mean, I laugh when
They are.
In one day you put out 3 different shorts about a fire. I'm looking at it going, "Are you fucking serious?" It's just
I did that one on purpose.
but you could put
I like
shorts
to
out
confuse
about.
people and fuck around with people.
But I think he's right. I think you could put shorts out just talking about that. I mean, literally, if you're having a problem one day about something because of your eyesight, you know what I mean? You could put a short out about it, and look, I'd even just go, look, guys, I'm struggling today to read this. I'm struggling to fill that form in. I'm struggling to because I can't see it because of and explain it. In a short and put it out. And
True.
and he's and Miss Piggy's right, put an update out. Your eyes change, you grow older. I mean, she could put out a couple of longer videos and
The
some
only
shorts.
thing is with the update, Miss Piggy. The only thing with the update, Miss Piggy, is I gotta find an eye doctor that knows about this eyesight that's actually close by me, and that way, because I do need to go to an eye doctor. I've been wanting to go. I've been waiting to go, but I have to find an eye doctor that knows about this eyesight. Because I've been asking around, and nobody really knows about it. But yeah, I will do an update because, like, with my eyesight, also, I like to read. There's a series I like to read. It's the Flower Shop Mystery Series by Kate Collins. I have to find the books to be large print. I can't read the small one, and I don't want to do the Kindle stuff. I like to sit there and actually do old school, have the book in my hand and turn the page if I'm done. I don't want this Kindle shit. That can go. But I mean, I'm saying, like, it's hard to find these large print books because I want all her freaking series.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking for the first book.
Well, the only something I'll suggest, because my mum's legally blind, so when our eyesight was going, we were getting her things. there's a thing you can get off Amazon. They're not too dear. It's like a big giant magnifying glass. It's almost page sized, right? And it's got a light on it. So what you do, you put it over the page that you're reading, and it makes the print much bigger, and the light helps as well.
Here's another thing. I got one better for you, Captain.
Okay.
There's this thing called a CCTV. I have one, but I just have nowhere to put it because it's so bulky. It is an actual TV mine is an old school one. I got it free from a library. It's an actual TV, and it has a drawer underneath it where you can lay the book or anything, and it'll enlarge it for you.
Right,
you can move this board around. Your mom might be interested in something like that.
Right. My mom can't see
it's
it
a
all
real
now.
cool thing.
My mom's no vision at all.
She would use that CCTV would work perfect for her.
No, she can't see.
It would.
She just sees dark now.
At all?
Black. Yeah, she's completely.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she gets a wee bit of shapes and a peripheral vision on good days, but that's it. I mean, I'm 6'3" and fat as fucking. She can't recognize me. She'll see a shape, but I have to talk so she hears the voice. So that's how. And even some days she can't even see that much. So, but when her eyesight was going, because she was like, she loved the book. She wouldn't go for the Kindle or anything, or even the audio book. She wanted a book in her hand. So I bought her this thing, and it's literally a big magnifying glass about this size, and it just goes over the page. So you're just looking through it, and it makes writing go from from say that size to that size on the page. So she was still able to read, So but look, it's like it is what it is. So right. I think there's 2 hours 20 minutes, so I think we'll call it quits. Carla is doing the after show, so I don't. Thrice is asking, and you might even get Jules and Cassie up for because we haven't seen them in a while. So Carla, thank you very much for doing this.
Oh, no problem. This was fun.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, So so good night, Uncle Nobby. So it's 20 to 3 over here, for fuck's sake, because we're late because of Joey. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody that participated in the chat and that. Miss Piggy, awesome as always. Miss Piggy always brings it with the questions, which is great.
Oh yes.
And everybody else, So so thank you. If you have anything you want to shout out, but other than that, do you want to put the link in the chat for your after party, Carla? Hold on, I might be able to do it here. Let me open up another page. Subscription.
Because I'm like, I'm at the StreamYard because I already have mine set for my StreamYard.
Okay, why can't I find it? Hold on, Carla. Just so as everybody and anybody live. Here we go. So, sure. Copy link, and then I need to open up my own loader. No, we did the StreamYard. Okay. So there's the link to Carla's after party. So
Facebook.
thank you everybody. And
Thank you.
I haven't one scheduled for next week, but I have an idea what I'm doing. So I'm gonna call it quits. Everybody that isn't going to bed, feel free to check Carla's out and show her some love and at least watch and comment if you're not going to join. So and good night everybody.
Good night, everybody. I'm trying to put the link in, pin the link.
I've done it. I've already done it. I've done it. All right.
No, I know.
So,
I'm trying to pin the link on my channel, my live.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Night,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Thanks, Carla.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
And we are